Hey guys, Kayte Spillman. I'm here to talk to you guys today about news releases, what they are and kind of how to format them, what they should have included. A news release is a document that you send to media to announce some kind of communication that you need to be announced, some kind of like grand opening or ribbon cutting or announcement, any announcement that any kind of company or client needs to make. They are written exactly like an inverted pyramid style story. They start off with a strong and dense and complex news lead, just like we've been practicing all semester, followed by a secondary paragraph of information, then followed by quote, more information, quote, more information. The only difference really is in how you organize the information is you're organizing it based on what's most important to the company, what's most important for them to communicate, which may or may not be a little bit different than the news value that a news organization would place on it. So when you're evaluating what to put first, just think about what's most important for that company or that client to put forward, and then go from there. So again, inverted pyramid style, starting with a dense 25 to 30 word, one single sentence news lead, a summary lead, followed by a secondary paragraph of information, followed by your quote, and then repeat that quote and fact pattern until you're done. The end is going to have what's called a boilerplate, and that's just a paragraph that's about your client. So it's going to have just basically about client, and then a paragraph that kind of reads like what the About Us section of a website would have, just covering the basics of what the company is. At the top, you're going to have just some functional information. You're going to have contact information. You're going to have a release date. And what that means is basically the date that you want this information published to the public. Most every time that's going to be the date that you send it out. There's a very, very rare example of where you're going to embargo a release and hold it for publication until later. But for general purposes, we're just going to be releasing them the day that you submit them to the organization or to the press outlet. The dateline is just where the story is taking place. So most of them will be Norman, Oklahoma, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma, wherever your client is, that's where the dateline is going to be. But honestly, most news releases today don't really have datelines, especially the discretion of the client and what he would like to have in his news, he or her would like to have in their news release. That's the basics. You're going to see in your instructions that they also call for having an end mark, an end of story symbol, which is three number signs or -30 . Honestly, no one does that anymore either. So that's up to the discretion of your client as well. But as news releases go more and more digital, more and more pasted into the body of an email, people can see where they stop. That was used when we were faxing releases, and we just don't do that very much anymore. Your assignment today is going to be one where you are going to be taking information from your assignment and creating a news release. Keep in mind that you're just basically going to create an inverted pyramid style story with an emphasis on what's most important for your client. If you have any questions for me, I'd love to help you out. So just let me know and I'll help you out any way I can. Thanks. Bye.